Hi everyone, welcome to another Wednesday on your closet case. This week we are talking about the Winter Olympics. As most of you probably already know, the 2014 Olympics are being held in Russia. There's been a lot of controversy about this because Russia basically instated a law saying that any same-sex PDA was illegal and you could be arrested for it. This has left some LGBTQ people and allies of them wondering if they should boycott the Olympics altogether. The idea of boycotting the Olympics would mean that you don't show any support for it and don't watch it, therefore you're not condoning the actions of Russia's laws. Now there are a few things to consider before you jump on the train of boycotting the Olympics. First and foremost are the athletes that your country is sending, that every country is sending into the Olympics. Some of these athletes do identify in the LGBTQ spectrum, and of course Russia has announced that they will not be persecuting any athletes while they are in Russia. So these athletes have basically been training for most of their life in order to get to the Olympics and represent their country, and that's what it's about for them. It's about showing pride in their country. I don't think it's fair for them to lose out on this opportunity because Russia has decided to cut back on the human rights they're allowing on their people. But then to think further about this law and what it actually means, of course people break laws all the time and everything like that, but the more serious thing, in my opinion, that comes along with laws is the ideologies that people are going to hold in that country about what homosexuals are. Of course, everyone knows that in places where marijuana is illegal, anybody who's a drug dealer or smokes marijuana is labeled with like a whole slew of evil things. So that means that homosexual people in Russia are going to be labeled like that as well. We're going to be told that we're not right, we're unnatural, we're bad for the country. It's important to keep this in mind when everybody's slamming the leader of Russia, because all these homophobic ideologies are going to affect every single person inside of Russia, and maybe some are going to realize how ridiculous it is, but others are going to be either on the fence about it and be leaned towards the homophobic view, or other people who already had homophobic views are just going to be reinsured by their country. The fact that Russia is moving back so far that it's making PDA illegal also takes from the LGBTQ community in the way that they're unable to focus on other issues. Now they all have to focus on making them being able to express themselves in public legal. I know a lot of people think that once same-sex marriage is legal that the battle is over, and it's not, because there's a lot more issues than just marriage in the LGBTQ community. I'm going to try and end this on a positive note and point out that there's been a large amount of media support from various countries and organizations that have been supporting same-sex relationships. While it's great to see all these commercials and all these people supporting same-sex relationships, it also worries me to think that if the Olympics were not going on in Russia right now, would anybody even care? Would there be this much media coverage? No, of course not, because the Olympics is a big thing globally, so that's why it's getting so much coverage, and it's great to see all these positive messages, and I really, really, really hope that they continue even after the Olympics are done, and that work is continuing to be done. Of course, I started this video asking if LGBTQ people and allies should be boycotting the Olympics, and I probably can't answer that for every person because it's just my opinion, but I think that nobody should be boycotting the Olympics. We should, if you want to watch the Olympics, but also keep track of what's going on and find a way to get involved and help the LGBTQ people in Russia and other countries where they are being outlawed by their government. If you have any information, thoughts, ideas, concerns that you want to share about the Olympics, feel free to comment below, and I'll see everyone next week.